Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Swapadamtikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namu Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarva Karana Karanam Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge, Raja Guhyam. So in this material world, without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so that means without knowing the supreme secret, so we are totally clueless about what we should do. That is our real problem. Ignorance is our real problem. So we already know that birth, old age, disease and death, that are our real problems. We should see them as the source of our distress. Dukkha doshanu darshanam. That's what we should do it. If we are not able to realize that, because of ignorance, because of not knowing this topmost secret, this most confidential knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita. So because of such ignorance, we are not able to realize that we are suffering in this material world. So, only when we study and understand this Bhagavad Gita, then we can claim that we have the knowledge. We are able to feel, we are able to realize that we are struggling and suffering in this material world. Now we are understanding Arjuna's situation in the battlefield, how he is struggling and suffering. So, for all of us, not every day is same. And in this material world in our life, if we say that we are happy, that means we know what is distress. That's why we are able to even say that we are happy. That means we have experienced distress. If we say that I am happy. If you are always happy, we won't even say that. We won't even say that I'm happy like that. We won't even say that. If you are always happy. So the so-called material happiness will bring like momentary enjoyment. That's it. We think that we are so great, we are happy and all such things. There is a period of that period we don't experience distress. That's it. Like if you see a graph like if it goes, something goes and goes high and then again goes like this, goes high like that, and goes negative also. So if we say neutral, goes up and negative. So in that very, if you look at the time, even if we actually really, if we are able to measure our happiness level every day, I'm talking about in general for the people who are in this material world, who have no knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, who have no idea of how to remember Krishna, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and engage in Krishna's devotional service. So the so-called materialistic people, if they are able to measure their happiness in a day, in 24 hours, it is very little actually. Not even in minutes, it will be very little actually. Whereas for devotees, it's always they are happy. So this is material happiness. We think that we are happy. But in reality, we are not happy. We are under distress. So, Matra sparsastu kaunteya sitoshna sukadukkada agama apayano anityaga tam sthitik sasva bharat. So it is like winter and summer season, it comes and goes. So this so-called material happiness, if we think that we are enjoying, and for that if we are struggling. In fact, the demons, Krishna is teaching very clearly in the 16th chapter, they have unlimited worries only. They are not happy at all. They have unlimited worries. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaga. So chintam aparimeya means unlimited worries. Aparimeya means immeasurable, unlimited worries. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaga. So until the time of death, they are always worried. Kamopaboga paramayetavatiti nischitaga. Thinking that enjoying material sense objects is the great. Etavatiti nischitaga. Thinking that they are our goal of life. Kamopaboga paramayetavatiti nischitaga. Asha pasa satairbaddaga kama krodha parayanaga. Bound by a network of hundreds of desires, asapasa sathair baddaga. Having taken shelter into kama and krodha, that is lust and anger, kama krodha parayanaga. Ihante kama bhogartham anyayena artha sanchayan. In order to satisfy their material desires, they derive money by illegal means. Anyayena artha sanchayam. So that way, their life is full of miseries, no happiness. Aneka chitta vibranta mohajala samavrataha prasaktaha kama bhogeshu patanti narake suchau. So aneka chitta vibranta, bound by a network of illusions, moha jala samavrata, by thinkings, perplexed by various these thinkings and bound by a network of moha jala samavrata, illusions, they will be patanti narake suchau. Aneka chitta vibranta moha jala samavrataga prasaktaga kama bhogesu patanti narakeya suchau. So if we are attached to material sense enjoyment, prasaktaga kama bhogesu, what is going to happen? We will fall down into hell. Patanti narakeya suchau. So that is what is the fate. The fate is the reality, the truth is, we are not enjoying. When we are attached to material sense enjoyment, prasaktaga kama bhogeshu, we are going to fall down into hell. Patanti narakeya suchau. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that's why this Bhagavad Gita is the supreme secret, topmost secret. Only devotees understand how to achieve, how to enjoy the real enjoyment. Only the devotees know how to enjoy this world, enjoy this life, simply by remembering Krishna, surrendering unto Krishna, getting ourselves connected with Krishna, doing everything for Krishna, studying this Bhagavad Gita. So that way, when we are always connected with Krishna, we are going to enjoy all the time. When we are not connected with Krishna, then there is no enjoyment, only suffering. That's it. Vivasayatmika buddhi ekeka kuru nandana. So our intelligence should be only single, only eka, just focused on Krishna, nothing else. If you focus our mind on Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and remember Krishna all the time and do everything only for Krishna, not thinking about anything else in this material world, we are going to enjoy. That is a real enjoyment. That happiness is going to stay forever. So for such devotees, if you measure the happiness in our life, in a day-to-day life, 24/7, they will be always happy. Whereas the materialistic people, the demoniac people, if we try to measure their happiness in their daily life, they are always very, very under distress. They're not happy at all. It's not possible to get satisfied in this material world by enjoying the material sense objects. We simply cannot find satisfaction. It is not possible. We won't be satisfied with whatever we get materially speaking. Nothing is going to please us. Nothing is going to satisfy us. If you become a millionaire, we want to become a billionaire. If you get some money, then we want more money. If you want this, we want more. There is no end. There is no end to our desires. The desires are flowing like rivers into the ocean. Apuryamanam achala pradishtam samudram apa pravisanti yadvat. Tadvat kamayam pravisanti sarve. So similarly, like the ocean is being filled by water, there is the rivers flowing from different directions. So similarly, our mind is getting filled with the desires. Kamayam pravisanti sarve. Sa shantimapnoti na kamakami. Only a person who is not disturbed by such desires, who is not focusing on such desires. So only he can attain peace of mind. So our mind should not go after those desires. They are all fabricated by our mind, mental concoctions. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Simply thinking, and with mind itself we are building a lot of things. Everything is mental concoction. If I get this, I will enjoy. If I get that, I will be so happy. I want this, I want that. Every time, all the time in our mind, all the time the plans are going on, desires are coming, they are increasing, they are growing. All such nonsense things are happening in our life. And the end result is we are simply suffering and struggling in this material world. That is the fake. That's what we need to realize with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's what Krishna is teaching us, that this is temporary. Everything is temporary, this material world. And our life is fully miserable. It's full of miseries. This is what we need to realize. That is a fact. This is not pessimistic attitude at all. This is the fact. This is the truth. We need to understand that in this material world, we can't be happy at all, because this is a place for distress. This is dukkhalayam. So how can we be happy in a place where there is only distress? So we have to come to our senses. We have to come to reality. We should be able to see this world through the eyes of knowledge, jnana chakshusha. We should understand, we should realize that how the three modes of material nature are controlling us. We should be able to see that. We should be able to feel that we are constantly under the control of the three modes of material nature. We have to free ourselves from these modes of nature. That's what is very important. We don't want to be struggling always under this control, under the control of modes of nature. If you die at the time of death, if you are controlled by the modes of nature, then it is sure that we are going to get another material body. Only if you are freed from the modes of nature before death, then we are not going to get another material body. So that is the fact, that is the science. That's what we need to understand and realize and make use of this precious human life for that purpose, for the purpose of realizing ourselves, freeing ourselves from the three modes of material nature. Tribhiki guna mayegi bhavegi yebhigi sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabijanati mamyebhyaha param avyayam. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So Tribhiki guna mayegi bhavegi yebhigi. So by all these three modes of material nature, sarvamidam jagat mohitam, everyone in this world is bewildered, mohitam. Nabijanati, they don't know me. Mamyebhyaha param avyayam. I am above the modes of material nature. I am not visible to everyone. I am covered by my internal potency. Naham prakasaga sarvasya yogamaya samavritaga modoyam na abhijanati ma yogo ma majam avyayam. The fools, they don't understand that I am unborn, I am eternal. So that's what we need to understand, that Krishna is controlling the modes of material nature and the modes of nature are controlling us. We are controlled. We are controlled by the modes of nature. The modes of nature are controlled by Krishna. So we have to simply connect ourselves with Krishna, with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, and simply take shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita knowledge and get ourselves freed from these three modes of material nature. It is possible only, I have repeated many times in the past, we can free ourselves from the three modes of material nature simply, only by surrendering unto Krishna. Mamyeva ye prabhatyante mayam etam tarantite. So if we surrender unto Krishna, is it out of fear? No. Who will surrender unto Krishna? A person who has the complete knowledge about Krishna, who has got the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, will surrender unto Krishna. Jnanavan mam prabhatyate. That's what Krishna is teaching us there. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prabhatyate vasudevaga sarvam iti samahatma sudurlabaga. So bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prabhatyate. So only a person who is in full knowledge, at the end of many lives, getting this complete knowledge, will surrender unto me, knowing that I am everything. Vasudeva is everything. That's what we need to know. Once we know that Krishna is everything, then there is no problem in surrendering unto Krishna. If you know, if you get this knowledge, if you understand this Bhagavad Gita, mattaga parattaram nanyata kinchitasti dhananjaya mayi sarvam idam proktam sutre maniganaiva. Krishna is everything. There is nothing above Krishna. That's what Krishna is teaching us. If you get that knowledge, if you understand this Bhagavad Gita, that Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and He is everything, and if you simply surrender unto Krishna, that's it. We are freed from Maya. We are freed from the three modes of material nature. So that means we are freed from this material world. That means we are freed from the Janma Bandha and Karma Bandha, bondage to birth, bondage to work in this world. That means we are ready to go to Goloka, Krishna's will, and enjoy there forever. So that's why this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very important. This topmost confidential knowledge So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 8 verses in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So we are understanding Arjuna's situation. So Arjuna told Krishna in the first chapter that what will happen if he fights? He was trying to convince Krishna that if he fights in the battle, then everything is actually bad, because he will be destroying the family tradition, and those who destroy the family tradition will live in hell forever. And he says that he will commit sins. So all such things he was saying. Ahobata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yadraja sukha lobena hantum swajanam udyataga. That's what we told. So now in the 7th chapter, what we are studying, in the 2nd chapter, what we are studying, Krishna is teaching that in the 7th, Arjuna is talking. Arjuna is saying in the 7th sloka what we studied that in the 2nd chapter. Karpanya doshopakata swabhavaha prichami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha yachreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme Shishyasteyagam sadimam tvam prapannam. Karpanya dosho upagata swabhavaga prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. Because I am afflicted with the miserly weakness, because I lost all my composure because of miserly weakness. Dharma sammuda cheta. In this condition, I don't know what to do. You please tell me for certain what is good for me. I am your disciple. Please instruct me. I am your soul surrendered unto you. Tvam prapannam. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. Now I am confused about my duty and I have lost all composure because of my silly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and your soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. And then in the next sloka, we continued, we finished last time. So in the 8th sloka, in the 2nd chapter, Arjuna told Krishna very clearly that Nahi prapashyami mama panudyat yachoka muchoshanam indriyanam avapya bhumau asapatnam riddham rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. I don't find any means to drive away this grief. Nahi prapasyami mama panudyat. And this intense grief is drying up all my senses. Yachokam uchoshanam indriya. In this condition, even if I win a kingdom equal to the heaven, still I don't think this grief will be gone. I don't find any way to drive away this grief. That's what Arjuna is telling Krishna. So he told Krishna that I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. So now Arjuna is continuing in the next sloka, in the sloka number 9. So Arjuna is continuing. Oh, Arjuna finished. Now Sanjaya is saying that. Sanjaya Vacha Eva Muktva Rishikesham Gudakeshaga Parantapaga Nayotsaiti Govindam Utvatu Shri Babuvaha. So having said thus, having said like this, so having spoken thus, so that's what Eva Muktva, to whom? To Rishikesham. Who spoke? Arjuna. That is Gudakesha, Parantapa. Parantapa means he is conqueror of enemies. So chastiser of the enemies. And Gudakesha means he is the one who has conquered the sleep. So conquered the laziness. So Arjuna. So he told Krishna that Nayotsya iti Govindam. Govinda, I shall not fight. Nayotsya iti Govindam. That's what he told. Uktva, after telling this, tushnim babuvaham. So he became silent. So that's what tushnim. He became very silent. Arjuna told Krishna that Govinda, I shall not fight. So he told his decision to Krishna. Such a person at the end of Bhagavad Gita, what did he tell Krishna? When Krishna asked, after giving the entire lecture of this Bhagavad Gita, after answering all Arjuna's questions, what did Krishna ask Arjuna? Kachitetat shrutam partha tvayekayagrana chetasa. Kachit ajnana sammohaga pranastaste dhananjay. Did you hear with attentive mind? Are your ignorance which is born from, are your illusions which are born from ignorance are dispelled? So that's what Kachit Ajnana Sammogaga Pranastaste Dhananjay. Arjuna said that Nashto Moga Smritil Labda Tvat Prasadat Maya Chutam Gata Sandega Sitosmi Gata Sandegam Karishye Vachanam Tavam. So my moha is gone, illusion is gone. I have regained my memory. By your mercy, O Achyuta, by your mercy, Tvat Prasadat Maya Chutam. Now I am steady. Sitosmi, Gata Sandega. My doubts are gone. Karisye Vachanam Tava. I am going to act as per your instructions. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. So here Arjuna is telling Krishna that Nayoche iti Govindam. Govinda, I shall not fight. So there is a difference Bhagavad Gita made on Arjuna. That's the difference Bhagavad Gita will make on us also. When we follow this Bhagavad Gita, we will be motivated to serve Krishna. There is no doubt about it. So Sanjaya said, having spoken this, Arjuna, Chesheshwara of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 9th sloka in the 2nd chapter today. Hare Krishna. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare ये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Okay, Guruji, there are no questions. So thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Brahma. Hare Krishna. PML Shankar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Shankar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. PML Shankar Prabhu, you understood everything, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Shankar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, you have any questions, Prabhu? You understood, Prabhu? Shankar Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. I understood.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Madhumita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. आपका आशीर्वाद बना रहे. थैंक यू. हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. इसके गार्ग प्रभु, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much Guruji. Another
you.
good lecture. I really enjoyed it and understood everything. Thank you Guruji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It was a good lecture Guruji today. And then especially you are emphasizing to gain the intelligence, and to gain the intelligence, you have to know what is Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
So it is very imperative for us to know what is Bhagavad Gita. You study Bhagavad Gita and then like you implement the Bhagavad Gita. So the basic thing is for that you have to gain the intelligence. You have to do this. So it is very well emphasized, Guruji, today's lecture. Very nice, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Ramin Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, wonderful class. Guruji, no questions today, Guruji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Venkatanagarjan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Guru. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna. By Krishna's mercy, I am doing fine. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. I have no questions today.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
For today's class, I have no questions for today's class. Just thank you so much for a wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Nitin Bele Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam, Guruji. It's a wonderful session, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
No question, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Ram 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 Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you very much for the class. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Right now I'm traveling. I'm visiting the Tirunelveli area.
Yeah. Okay. So you are traveling. Yes. Where? Which area you said, Mataji? I think your voice is breaking. Yes, I couldn't hear you at all now.
This morning we came to Kanyakumari.
Oh,
And
Kanyakumari.
the Divya Desham temples are there in Tirunelveli area. So
Navatirupati.
Navatirupati, yeah, the Navatirupati temples we'll be covering today. And
yes, one day you will be seeing all 9 temples. It will be nice.
Yeah, today we are planning to see all the 9 temples. And tomorrow we will see
What did you say, Mataji? Your voice was breaking. Tomorrow, what did you say, Mataji?
I mean,
I couldn't hear, Mataji. Afterwards, again, it was breaking.
I'm driving car, Guruji, so maybe the voice is breaking.
Yeah, now I'm able to hear. Yes, Mataji. You said tomorrow, you said something. Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow we will do the 3 temples near Nagarkoil.
Okay.
That is Tirupati Saram and Tirumarpan, I think one. Tirumarpan or something. Yeah, two others are there near Nagarkoil. Those we will finish.
Very nice, Mataji. Very nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Very nice to listen to you. You always keep telling us that apart from Krishna consciousness, no material nature can bring you peace. So thank you for constantly reminding us about the transient nature of material pleasures in life. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much. Thank you for keeping us in consciousness. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class. I have no questions today. It was simply understood. So eagerly waiting for the next set of verses.
Yes.
When it gets more and more interesting and deep. So, but thank you for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna. Shashireka Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Very nice, class today as usual.
Yes.
And
Yes.
interesting when you emphasize that knowledge is only through Bhagavad Gita. That is the real knowledge. And I think we are experiencing it every day.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful journey,
Yes.
Guruji. So this Ekadashi also, I was able to complete the fasting successfully, Guruji,
Yes.
with Krishna's mercy and your guidance, your blessings. So yeah, it went off very well, and I could read some part of Bhagavad Gita yesterday and chant some Bhagavad Gita, listen to some interesting things on the ISKCON channel about Ekadashi, this particular Ekadashi, Amalaki Ekadashi story, everything. So it was overall very nice. And I also happened to take my mother and go to ISKCON temple near where Radhesham Prabhu was giving a lecture on the day that you off Hennur Road, close to our house. So that is not very far, but they have a Narasimha and they have they have Narasimha and they have also Krishna, Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So very nice. And they also organize from there. They are also organize some pilgrimages, which are very, very interesting. Like they do the 3 Rangas, they do Ahubilam, all lots of other things they do. So I was very, I talked to some people to find out where we can go and what are the things that we have not done so that we can go, and from ISKCON we can go with them. So that's what, So it was very nice. We had a lovely darshan. Krishna really blessed us everywhere. And had a very meaningful Ekadashi in that sense, Guruji. I think, do some chanting, do some prayers, everything I was able to do. Thanks to your guidance, immensely grateful, Guruji, because that is the one thing that is, constantly with me and reminding me, and I'm reminding myself because of that, I have to cut off from everything else and just focus on Krishna all the time. To be able to do that, we always need your guidance, Guruji, and Krishna's blessings.
Krishna's mercy is there, Mataji. All Krishna is there with us all the time, and he will definitely take care of us fully, Mataji, no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you. Indebted to you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Chandrakanta Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, for everyday class and reminding Krishna consciousness. Yesterday also had a very beautiful darshan of Jagannatha, Guruji, near our house only, near our house.
Your voice is breaking, Mataji.
12 kilometers away. Eka Mataji is my mentor, Guruji, local mentor. She told every Ekadashi, she
your voice is completely breaking, Mataji, now. Hare Krishna, Mataji. I couldn't hear you at all, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, whatever she does, I'll be calling this thing. They also
got disconnected. I will unmute you again. Palniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today's class also really was very much interesting. And anyway, as we discussed, I am preparing. I will be sending things shortly. And no questions today from my side. Thank you, Guru.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. I just want to confirm tomorrow. What time are we going to be in class?
7:30. We will start at 7:30, Mataji, every day, 7:30.
That's right. And another thing, Guruji, I completely with Krishna's, because of the courage he has given. We went to Vrindavan for Holi, and it come back alive because there was such a crowd. But what I would like to share with my class is that I folded my hands and I prayed for you first. I've prayed for my entire class and I asked for his blessings so that we can continue with this class. And I'm really grateful.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes. Krishna's blessings are there, definitely.
It was the best Holi I've ever spent in my life inside the temple. And when the colors, people were splashing, they were not splashing, they were just pouring. And another thing is that, I love yellow. And the first color which landed on my face and covered my spectacles was a yellow. It was so significant. And I just, and Shahana started crying. Shahana started Aarti and she started crying. So it was such a lovely experience. And I thought of all of us and I asked for his blessings and particularly for you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Definitely, we will all do a lot of service to Krishna. There is no doubt, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sashi Kopat Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for another wonderful class today. By your mercy, by your blessings and Krishna's mercy, we were able to successfully complete the Ekadashi yesterday.
Yes, Mataji. That's very nice. Yeah.
And also, thank you for helping us stay in Krishna consciousness every time, every single day, and each time of the day, Guruji. It's really very much helping us in everyday life. Thank you so much, Guruji, and also thank you to Chitra Mataji for remembering us at the auspicious function and requesting blessings from Krishna for all of us. So thank you, Guruji. Thank you once again for your class. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Who was talking, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I think some devotee spoke and I don't know who was that. Oh, I think Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Maybe he got. Hare Krishna, Satyendra Singh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Krishna Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, your connection problem was there. Voice was not going there. Very beautiful, wonderful class. In today's class, also you have reiterated that there is no happiness. We are facing miseries in the three material modes of nature of this world. And if we want real happiness, we have to get connected with the Krishna. That is the beautiful part of your class, and you are reiterating one way or other way. Daily you are moving us towards the Krishna's consciousness, to love him, to get connected with him. That is wonderful lesson, sir. Really, we are grateful to you for love to Krishna and getting connected to Krishna. And not to that extent, I think slowly we will develop that bond.
Definitely about the Krishna, no doubt. Yes,
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Krishna Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ina Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much, Guruji, for today's class also.
Thank you.
I am very grateful, Guruji, listening always every day your class. And,
Yes, Mataji.
and
Krishna.
no question from my side, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Sunil Srivas Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Guruji, I have no any question, Guruji. Dandavad Pranam, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Vrinda Jai Singh Mataji. Hare Krishna.
You can hear me?
Yes, Mataji, I am able to hear you, Mataji.
There's a lot of lag today. I don't know on my phone. Things are keeping on moving. There's a lot of motion in the phone. Yes, Guruji, thank you for the class. So what I understand is that we are like Arjuna, who's always moaning and groaning that we are not able to do, because I understand that we take it on ourselves. We are not willing to surrender to Krishna. We are taking it on ourselves that no, this is not working. Our rational thinking is not in its proper place, and we think so much illogically that we are not able to surrender. We take it on our own ego that no, I can handle this situation, I can do this, we should not do this. So, Guruji, so that complete faith and surrender is something which needs a lot of practice from our side. To have firm faith, conviction is lacking.
It will come, Mataji. Krishna's mercy, when we get the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, that's going to happen, Mataji.
Yes. So I think that conviction, reading, understanding, listening, chanting, all that is a process which we need to imbibe 100%, and things will transform. I'm sure, Guruji, and it's already happening, but at a low pace. Yes, Guruji.
Krishna's mercy, everything will be fine. We'll be able to reach Goloka.
Thank you, Guruji, for encouraging us, having patience. And so today our class was a little earlier at 7:30.
Yeah, we will start at 7:30 from now onwards, yes, Mataji. Because there was a time change here in US. So if we start very late, it will be too late. That's why we are starting at 7:30.
Yes, Guruji, yes. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Guruji. I started late class.
No problem.
I will follow YouTube, Guruji.
Yeah, follow YouTube. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Mataji.
No questions, Guruji. No questions, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Kadiraman Prabhu. Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Madhumita Mataji. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu. Hare Krishna Ram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, am I audible, Guruji?
Yes, Prabhu. Very much.
Yes,
Very
yes,
much.
Guruji. Sorry, Guruji. I'm in another call, Guruji. I'm just popping out.
No, yes,
yes, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Sorry, I missed your class yesterday, the Tamil class. And
Yes.
so in today's class also I couldn't focus, Guruji. I'm in another call. But your presence is very much important, Guruji. The moment I miss you, especially on Sundays and all, the stupid mind takes me away, Guruji. It goes somewhere. So I think I have to look at you. I should listen to your class every day, Guruji, to stay on the righteous path. Otherwise, the mind wavers. And this morning also, when I woke up, some agony, some weeping has also happened, Guruji. I thought about my father and other things and all. Then I realized it's because I missed this Bhagavad Gita lesson. So it goes deep and provoke my emotions and other things and all, Guruji. It's unnecessarily taking back down the memory lane rather than living with Krishna, Guruji. And finally, I managed to do some chanting and come out, Guruji. That alone is not sufficient, Guruji. I think the Guru Parampriya, the one you're saying, the disciplining succession, that must be there, Guruji. I must listen to you every day and chant along with you, Guruji. Otherwise, the mind is going to take me away. And so whatever efforts you're instilling to me, it's all going into the gutter, Guruji. So first thing I did is I immediately prepared a prasad to Lord Krishna, presented, and made sincere efforts to listen to you, Guruji. So that I can just stay on with you, Guruji. I think somewhere, in a way, we should be able to try to connect with you, Guruji, or your YouTube lectures also good. On a Mondays, Guruji, that is your Sunday, we should find a way just to say hello to you, Guruji, or some kind of a email exchanges or something must happen, Guruji, just to stay on touch so that the mind won't waver and go out somewhere, Guruji. So other activities, when the time is free, immediately it is occupied by other people. When it is booked under you, and that fastens me, Guruji, so that I can keep harnessing, so I can't look out anywhere. My time is occupied with you, Guruji. And that's something still a Guru supervision is required, Guruji. This is something I learned. Thank you very much, Guruji. I'm okay now, and I'm listening to you. Hopefully, I will do my homework as well, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today's class is very well, Guruji. Thanks for the lecture, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagar, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna spoke with all the devotees, and we will continue to study Bhagavad Gita tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Now let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.